yeah, do a little minced garlic. Put these through the veggetti, or these, depending on how I feel tonight. You'll see it in the video in a second. But put these through the veggetti. Once I put them through the veggetti, I'm gonna throw a little minced garlic on there with just a tad bit of butter, and then just, hey, I'll decide what protein I want to throw in there. I may do ground turkey. I may do a little salmon or something, but we'll see. And this mask make my ears look pointy like Keebler Elf or Ja Rule or something. But yeah, anyway, hey, let's get to it.
As you can see here, my passion propellers, I use some Italian seasoning, some of that salt-free Lowry seasoning, good old paprika. I prefer smoked paprika, but I ain't have any. Black pepper, organic cayenne to give it some spice, avocado oil, you'll see what I use that for. Some of that adobo for my island Caribbean folks, dig me. And I love my chicken granulated bouillon packets, man. It gives robust flavor without the sodium. Got my General Tao sauce that I'm gonna top everything off with. Got my squash, tomatoes, bell peppers, and minced garlic cloves that I'm gonna throw in there. Not to mention the green onions with the pre-sliced fresh mushrooms, man. We about to get to it. All right, so here you see I got the veggetti and I'm spiraling. This is a thick spiral right here. And then as I continue, you'll see that I'm gonna cut the ends off though. I gotta show you the start point, right? So I cut the ends off of the squash. That way the little piece that you stick on the end to keep you from cutting yourself is easier to twist with, which you'll see here. Boom, spike, twist. There you go, spike, twist. Both sides are different. This side right here, I believe this is more of the thicker spaghetti. And if you flip it on just the other end of the cylinder, that's actually the thinner spaghetti. I mix it up in between. Just depends on how I feel when it comes to the veggetti game though. I'm gonna slice the mushrooms up just a little bit. They already pre-sliced, but I want them sliced more. Slice, dice, baby. So right here, you'll see me mix up the pan with the avocado oil, right? I put that on there first. This is my preferred oil when it comes to anything that sizzles, all right? And so I go from there and I add some minced garlic in it so I can have that minced garlic in the base. That's so important when it comes to making spaghetti out of vegetables, man. You want to get it as naturally flavorful as possible so that way it holds its integrity as far as the health consciousness behind the whole ordeal. Yeah. All right, so here you'll see me add the green onion to the garlic. Give you more flavor, of course, natural flavor. What you see here is me adding the squash now that I have the garlic and the onion in the base with the avocado oil, adding that flavor. So what you notice is that the squash is pretty long. The spaghetti noodles are pretty long. Well, that's because the veggetti just spirals. It doesn't cut. All right, so what you're gonna have to do as you spiral the squash through, you're gonna have to cut it and tug it at whatever length you want the spaghetti to be. Otherwise, you'll be earthworm jimming it the entire time like I was here, all right? So now at this point, I add a little more avocado oil, and then from here, I start adding all the seasonings. So now, once I sauced up the spaghetti, I now add the bell peppers, tomatoes, and the mushrooms. Let that thing simmer in some more avocado oil with some more garlic, and I eventually put the top on that thing too and let it hit, all right? So you're gonna see the consistency of the noodles is gonna change quite a bit, but let me tell you, man, it almost comes off goulashy, and that actually wasn't the intent. But man, it works. And what happens is it becomes one of those meals that's good from the gate, but as you heat it up later, it becomes even more intense, man. A beautiful thing. see here is me putting the chicken into the broth water so that it becomes tender and it breaks down like so. All you need is 2 forks to pull that thing apart, or your hand, whatever you choose to use. What you'll see me do is add that shredded chicken at this point before I throw that General Tao sauce on there to give it that zinger, dog. You'll see that I had to ensure that the chicken was evenly distributed throughout the entire pan. And then you'll see me add that General Tao sauce. It's up to you whether or not you want to drench that thing or hit it with a slight drizzle. Now, after ensuring that the General Tao sauce has covered every piece of meat and vegetable in the pan, I then add the top to it to ensure that it engulfs the flavor of the General Tao. This is it right here, man. This is it. Game changer. On point. You know what I'm saying? Keep you shredded up.
That's how you goat. If you don't drink goat milk, you can't be the goat, baby. How you gonna be the goat if you don't drink goat milk? You build goat bones, man. Let's go.
Propelling passion. What's going on? My passion propeller.